I've been married to my wife for 6 years. She was the love of my life, and I always made her my top priority. We were happy, or at least I thought we were. About 3 months ago, she dropped a bombshell on me that shattered everything I believed in. She confessed that she had been having an affair with a coworker for the past 8 months. 8 months of lies and deceit. I couldn't believe it. My heart broke right then and there. I never imagined that the woman I loved so deeply could betray me in such a way. When she told me she had fallen out of love with me and wanted a divorce, I was devastated. I loved this woman with everything I had, and now she was telling me she had been with someone else all along. But despite the pain, we agreed to go through the divorce amicably. We had a prenup, so it was supposed to be simple: no support, no alimony, just keep what's ours and part ways. But nothing about this felt simple to me. How could it, when my whole life had just been turned upside down? I was drowning in my emotions. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I started drinking more, trying to numb the pain. I even started seeing a counselor, but nothing seemed to make a difference. I was lost, broken, and in a very dark place. The woman I had devoted my life to had ripped my heart out, and I didn't know how to cope with that. Then, about 10 days ago, I hit a low point. I got really drunk, too drunk to think straight. We had this group chat with some of our close friends, and everyone in it thought we were divorcing because we just couldn't make it work. They didn't know the real reason. And in my drunken state, I couldn't hold it in any longer. I spilled everything. I told them how she had betrayed me, how she had been with another man while I was at home, loving her, being faithful. I told them how much it hurt me, and how she wanted to keep it all a secret. The next morning, I woke up with a pounding headache and a sense of dread. I knew I had messed up by airing our dirty laundry in front of our friends, but I didn't realize just how bad things would get. Somehow, word got back to her workplace, and the whole situation blew up. Her affair wasn't just a personal betrayal anymore, it became public knowledge at work. And because of all the drama, both she and her lover got fired. Now she's furious with me. She says I ruined her life, destroyed her career, and humiliated her in front of everyone. She's saying that I broke our agreement to keep things amicable and that I was impulsive and selfish. She even threatened to take me to court over this. I told her to go ahead, but maybe she should get a new job first. I know it was a harsh thing to say, but I was angry and hurt. She destroyed us, and now she's blaming me for the fallout. Her family is on her side, of course. They're all saying that I'm a pathetic man who couldn't handle the fact that my wife was leaving me, so I had to ruin her life in return. They don't seem to care about what she did to me. It's like they've all decided that I'm the villain in this story, and she's the victim. It's incredibly frustrating to see how people can twist the narrative to make me look like the bad guy. The only person who's been there for me is her cousin. She's like a sister to me even before all this happened. She checks in on me, makes sure I'm doing okay, and comforts me when I'm feeling down. I've told her that I'll always be there for her, too. She's the one bright spot in all of this darkness. It's ironic that in the middle of all this chaos, I found solace in the one person I never expected to lean on. But now I'm left wondering if I really did go too far. Did I cross a line by telling everyone the truth? We had an agreement to keep things amicable, but after what she did to me, I just couldn't stick to it. I didn't set out to ruin her life, but it feels like everything has spiraled out of control, and now I'm the one being blamed for everything falling apart. I didn't deserve to be treated the way she treated me. But does that justify what I did? I'm not sure anymore. All I wanted was for someone to understand the pain I was going through. I felt so alone, and in that moment I just needed someone to know the truth. But now that the truth is out there, I'm not sure if it was worth it. I'm not sure if anything will ever be the same again. Looking back, I realized that maybe I should have handled things differently. Maybe I should have kept quiet, gone through the motions of the divorce, and moved on with my life. But at the time, it felt like the truth was eating me alive. I couldn't pretend like everything was fine when it wasn't. I couldn't just walk away from 6 years of marriage without feeling like someone needed to know what really happened. I never wanted to be the person who destroys someone else's life, even if they destroyed mine. But now I'm left to pick up the pieces of a life that's been turned upside down. I don't know what the future holds for me, but I hope that one day I can find some peace in all of this. For now, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. I'm still going to counseling, still trying to work through my emotions. I've cut back on the drinking, trying to get my life back on track. But it's hard. It's really hard. Every day feels like a struggle, and I'm not sure when or if things will get better. As I sit here now, I'm not sure what I would do differently if I could go back in time. Maybe I'd keep my mouth shut, maybe I'd still tell the truth. But the one thing I do know is that I'm trying to learn from all of this, trying to be better, even if it's hard. I just hope that one day I can look back on this and know that I made it through to the other side. And maybe, just maybe, I'll be okay. But the road ahead seems long and uncertain, and I'm not sure how to navigate it. I keep replaying everything in my head, wondering if I could have done something different, something that would have saved us both from this mess. The pain of betrayal doesn't just go away. It lingers, gnawing at the edges of your mind, making you question everything you thought you knew. I trusted her. I loved her. And she shattered that trust in the worst possible way. How do you recover from that? How do you move forward when the person you loved most in the world has hurt you so deeply? I know that in time the pain will fade and the wounds will heal, but right now it feels like I'm stuck in a never-ending cycle of anger, sadness, and regret. I want to move on, to find happiness again, but it feels so far out of reach. I've thought a lot about what forgiveness looks like in a situation like this. Can I ever truly forgive her for what she did? Can I forgive myself for the way I reacted? I don't have the answers yet. Maybe I never will. But I know that holding on to this pain isn't the answer. It's only dragging me down, making it harder to find a way forward. I've also wondered about her. Is she feeling the same way? Does she regret what she did? Or is she too consumed by her own anger to see the damage she caused? I don't know. And maybe it doesn't matter anymore. Our marriage is over and there's no going back. But even as I say that, I can't help but feel a sense of loss. I lost my wife, my partner, my best friend. And even though she betrayed me, there's a part of me that still mourns the end of what we had. I guess that's the hardest part of all, coming to terms with the fact that the person you loved is no longer the person you thought they were. I've talked to my counselor about this, about how to let go of the anger and sadness. She's given me tools, techniques to help me process everything, but it's a slow process. Some days are better than others, but I know I still have a long way to go. I'm trying to focus on the future, on what comes next, but it's hard when the past is still so present in my mind. I keep thinking about all the what-ifs. What if I had seen the signs earlier? What if I had confronted her sooner? Would things be different now? Would we still be together? It's pointless to dwell on these thoughts, but they're hard to shake. I've also had to deal with the fallout from her family and friends. They've made it clear that they blame me for what happened, that they think I'm the one who destroyed her life. It's frustrating and unfair, but I can't change how they feel. All I can do is try to move forward, even if it feels like I'm carrying the weight of their judgment on my shoulders. In the end, I know that I have to find a way to forgive not just her, but myself. I have to forgive myself for the mistakes I made, for the things I said in anger, for the way I let my emotions take over. It's not going to be easy, but I know it's the only way I'll ever find peace. So here I am, trying to rebuild my life, trying to figure out who I am without her. It's a daunting task, but I know I have to do it. I have to find a way to move on, to let go of the past, and to start living for myself again. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm hopeful that one day I'll be able to look back on all of this and see it as a turning point, a moment when I decided to take control of my life and start over. It's going to take time and there will be setbacks, but I'm determined to keep moving forward. And maybe, just maybe, I'll come out of this stronger, wiser, and ready to face whatever comes next. Because if there's one thing I've learned through all of this, it's that life is unpredictable, and sometimes all you can do is take it one day at a time. For now, that's all I can do, take it one day at a time and hope that eventually the pain will fade and I'll be able to look forward to the future with hope instead of fear. As I sit here now, reflecting on everything that's happened, I realize that I'm not the same person I was before all of this. I've been through hell and I'm still standing. Maybe that's enough for now. Maybe that's something to hold on to as I move forward. And so I'll keep going one step at a time, knowing that eventually I'll find my way out of this darkness and into the light. And when that day comes, I'll be ready to embrace whatever the future holds, with an open heart and a stronger sense of self. Until then, I'll keep fighting, keep healing, and keep hoping that one day I'll be okay. And maybe, just maybe, I'll find a way to forgive both her and myself and finally, truly, move on.